Hello and welcome back to Kegan and Company. Our final guest with us tonight is Mr. John Hughes, the owner of the downtown Ferndale Bike Shop. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. How long have you had this shop?
Our shop's a new shop. We've been open for about 6 months now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, where's it located at?
We're located in downtown Ferndale, right at 9 Mile and Woodward. We do everything, all kinds of bikes, work on everything. We sell GT and Jameis, are our new bikes.
Wow.
And have a lot of fun riding all over Detroit.
Okay. Now, what are some of the brands of the bikes? Like, for example, I remember when I was a kid, my first bike was a Redline. I don't know if those are even so popular.
Yeah, Redline's still an awesome bike company. Yeah. Actually, we sell Redline at our store.
Really?
Along with, GT, Jameis, Leader, Torker, and Redline, which are all a bunch, sell all kinds of bikes. Everything from a kid's bike to a high-end mountain bike to road bikes to bikes just for fun.
Really? Okay. Now, I heard someone had mentioned to me that you guys, you build like tracks?
Yeah.
For bikes?
With my family, me and my dad, we built, my dad's a big-time velodrome builder, which is a bank track. It's about 200 to 333 meters wide, about 55-degree banks, and it's a big oval. And built them all over the world. We built them for the '96 Atlanta Olympics. We've been to China, Korea, Sri Lanka. I've been to Germany, Netherlands, Italy building tracks. Most recently, we just built the track for the 2010 Commonwealth Games in New Delhi, India. And so we've been doing that all over. It's really cool. We were able to build a track in Rochester at Bloomer Park, and we have a velodrome where new people can come out and learn. We also have a bunch of elite athletes that are at the national level and hopefully going past that to being full-time pros. It's very, very cool.
Have you, you know, the X Games are still pretty big, and they've got a lot of big stars there. Burnquist is one of them, I know. Have you met anybody like that in the X Games or been there? Or?
Not really the X Games. I think all that stuff's real cool.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody does. And, you know, it's always something that's fun to get on your bike and, you know, try to hurt yourself and, you know, have a good time, show off.
Right.
But, you know, I've met a lot of the people that are famous from the other types of cycling. I grew up more as in the racing side rather than more of like the trick and BMX side. And so I've met Lance Armstrong. We have a lot of family friends that are pro bike racers, and you know, met people, Gary Fisher, the people, you know, everyone. We've done a lot of dealings with like the high ends at Trek and all the major companies that are out there. So
that's awesome. I mean, to me, Lance, that's great. You know, I seen you brought a few bikes with you. Let's start off with this one. What's so special about this one?
Well, that bike right there, that's the Jameis Chromo. It's actually designed as a dirt jump bike, so for hitting huge, you know, 8-10 feet tall jumps, 20-foot gaps, just kind of going crazy, doing all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
It's just a fun bike for doing everything. You can really you can beat it up, it can take it, and that one's designed to be super lightweight. And right now it's actually set up a little different than most other bikes. I have it set up as a fixed gear, which is totally different for the dirt jump style bike, but it makes it as a real cool like trick bike when you're cruising around town and stuff. Okay.
Now, one thing you were talking to me about earlier was that kind of blew my mind. I don't know if it's a big deal, but the fact that you can actually pedal this one backwards. You know, when I had my trick bikes, it was never like that. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a little bit different. Instead of you can't coast, you can't shift gears, but it's a direct drive. So anytime you're pedaling the bike, the wheel's moving. So that allows you to pedal backwards, make the wheel go backwards so you can ride backwards.
Right, okay.
And that's called a fixed gear bike or a track bike.
Fixed gear. So it's not just a specific brand that does that. There's an actual function.
It started, fixed gears started, they were the original bikes. That was what everybody rode. Was the first thing that came out was a single speed fixed gear bike where there is no coasting, no gears, and that's what they rode up mountains, they rode down mountains. And then that evolved to being into what they used on track racing, velodrome racing. Went away for was still used in the track scene, but not so much on the road. And in the last 10 years, you see a lot of people out there riding it. It was a big bike for like messengers, like New York City messengers.
Really?
Like that's what they'd ride. 'Cause it's pretty indestructible. There's no maintenance to it. You just get on the bike and just ride it.
Okay. Well, what about this one we got propped up over here? I kind of like the camo.
Yeah,
going right there.
That's just one of my bikes that we built up. We did a custom build of it at my shop. where we built it up from the frame up. All the wheels are all custom built, and everything just kind of pieced it together. This is set up as a fixed gear as well, just something that you can really beat on. It's a really cool bike. You can see it's all gusseted up top there.
Yeah.
So a full chromoly frame. It's fun to ride. You can pretty much do whatever you want on it, and it's not going to break.
I haven't seen this on any bike, so what's that for?
Well, this is like a new style of toe strap.
Okay.
It's made, there's a bunch of companies out there that make them. That's the black toe strap from Leader, which is one of the other companies that we deal with. Okay. And basically it's so you can get your foot inside here, and you're just going to have a little bit more control over the bike.
Okay, so your foot doesn't slip off.
Exactly,
if
yeah.
You're going.
It's like you'll see clipless pedals on like a road racer's bike, where their foot actually clips into the pedal. This is kind of a more basic design of it.
Really? So how long? I'd say, how long have you actually been riding yourself? I know you've been building and doing all that.
Yeah, I've been riding forever. Like my family history, my grandpa was a national level coach, coached a bunch of gold medalists in the Olympics, bunch of national champions and world champions. My parents owned bike shops and were coaches, and then I grew up and was always riding my bike. I learned.
Yeah, it's in your blood.
Yeah, I learned how to ride when I was. I learned how to ride a two-wheeler when I was 2 years old at the mountain bike national championships.
I don't even think I could walk at 2 years old.
Which is pretty.
You're out there riding bikes.
Something.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. I mean, I really appreciate you coming by. I hope you guys get a lot of business and stay successful. Because I know Ferndale. They've even got the bike lane.
Yeah, it's really friendly, and we got our Facebook page. We get a lot of people checking that out, and we always post updates on there. Also, our website, which is in progress, downtownferndalebikeshop.com, and we're always posting all the new rides and all the new stuff.
Okay, great. Well, I appreciate you having here.
Cool. Yeah,
okay,
thanks.
It's been great. I also want to thank my other guest, Bryce Dennison, the photographer, and my first guest, Spider, head of security. The great guest. It was a great show. I appreciate having everyone here tonight. Tune in next time for Kegan and Company, and have a good night.